All right, so the IDF released their first video from inside the Shifa hospital outlining their evidence that this was used as a military facility by Hamas. I'm going to play it here, the full clip, start to finish, and we'll go ahead and talk through it as we go and provide a little feedback as we wrap up. So let's get this thing playing.
Shalom everyone, Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan from the IDF here. I am in the Shifa hospital, as you can see from the sign behind me, and as you can clearly see from the building. We are going to do a one-shot video. One shot, no editing, of all of the evidence that we have found just now in this building of the Shifa.
There's your one shot. It's a way to do it. One clip, unedited, fewer possibilities to push back.
So we're inside the MRI center of the Shifa hospital. Israeli troops breached here a few hours ago, and we have cleared the area, make sure that it's safe. And a few of the most interesting things that we have found totally confirm, without any doubt, that Hamas systematically uses hospitals in their military operations in violation of international law. And what we have found, I think, is only the tip of the iceberg. Let me show you a few examples. Security cameras have been obstructed. All of the security cameras are covered, and this isn't the only one. You'll see the rest of them here. Follow me as we go in, and we will see the MRI center and see the weapons that Hamas has hidden inside.
On its own, there's not much to hang your hat on there. Security cameras covered, could be broken. It's the middle of a war zone.
This is where patients come in order to get MRI services. We'll proceed into a more secluded area. And the lighting here is out, so we're using flashlights. We're now, as you can see, in an MRI room. I don't know when this was used the last time. But it is definitely an MRI machine. And if you follow me behind the MRI machine, I'll show you what our troops exposed just minutes ago. In military terms, this is a grab bag, grab and go of a Hamas combatant. And if you zoom in and we get some light over here, what you will be able to see is military equipment. There is an AK-47, there are cartridges, ammo, there are grenades in here, of course uniform, and all of this was hidden very conveniently, secretly behind the MRI machine. On the other side, we found a backpack with what appears to be very important intelligence, including a laptop, and we'll show you that momentarily.
So there's no amount of weapons that is good to be stored in the hospital, right? So one weapon is a problem. One weapon does support Israel's claims.
Backpack was found in here, and it was also hidden behind the MRI machine. As you can see, the rest of the equipment here is proper hospital equipment, right? Bandages and medical gear. It seems as if there's no real shortage because there's a lot of equipment here, but we'll leave that for another discussion. Let's go see weapons and other.
So again, any number of weapons is a problem in a hospital. That, checks one of the boxes of Israel's claims that it's being used as a military facility. Haven't seen anything yet in terms of the tunnel networks and the headquarters underneath.
Our troops did a preliminary search of the area. We tried to uncover the cameras, but all of the cameras have been obstructed. You can see there's black tape covering it. And when our troops opened this closet here, which is in the main part of the clinic, this is what they found. These weapons have absolutely no business being inside a hospital.
A lot of AKs.
The only reason they're here is because Hamas put them here, because they use this place, like many other hospitals and ambulances and sensitive facilities inside the Gaza Strip, for their illicit military purposes. So there's Kalashnikov rifles here, even ammunition. And let's go see the next part of of what we have here. Another
it's a lot
MRI
already,
machine.
to be honest.
Another MRI machine where behind it we also found contraband similar to what you saw in the other areas. And let's go see the last thing, which is more related to intelligence.
Yeah, cameras
which
everywhere.
I think we will be able to extract quite a lot of interesting intelligence from.
A lot of reservists in the Israeli military stepping up. So there's a lot of flagging of the rifles. You'll see.
On top of a spare part of the MRI department, we found another grab bag. It's empty because we emptied it and cleared it so that we could use and see it. So this is where we found it, and here are the contents of the bag. The contents of the bag are full military kit for one Hamas terrorist. A live grenade, ammunition, fighting vest with insignia, boots, and of course uniforms, and last but not least, standard AK-47. Inside the hospital, hidden in a secluded area, take a look at this door here. Blast-proof door, which is part of the clinic and part of the infrastructure of the hospital. Everything else looks like a hospital, only this part doesn't. Last part.
It's like the Hamas unit basic load, right? AK, grenade, vest, shoes, and uniforms.
Now we will see something that...
These are, talking about reservists earlier, but these guys, based off their kit, at least the guy in front, definitely some sort of special operations, just based off the
hold on, before we go on,
kit the dude's wearing.
let's have a look at what we found inside the very same cabinet that houses medical equipment. You can see all kinds of standard military medical stuff. We found another go-to bag, this bag here. And again, we opened it up in order to make sure that it's safe to touch and show. So please don't give me any of that. You opened it up and you placed it there.
It's like
this
he's heard
is the
it
bag
before.
that we found, and this is the stuff that was in it. Now, there's insignia, military insignia, a knife. For those of you who read Arabic, you'll be able to understand what it says here. But it's Hamas, the military wing, Kataib al-Qassam, of course a vest with equipment, and as always an AK-47, standard gear, grab and go, which they thought would be a good place to store inside a hospital. And the last item, which I'm sure will be very interesting to analyze, is a laptop. We found it in the MRI room. This is how the laptop looks. I don't know who it belonged to, but now it is being analyzed by our Intel people. Tactical radio communications, which we will analyze. Lots of disks, which will be analyzed. And a computer, which at first glance already provides a lot of incriminating evidence. This is Israeli private Megidish, who was taken hostage by Hamas. She is home with her family because we were able to rescue her. But this picture was found on this computer, in addition to other interesting documents that will be processed, and we will use them in order to continue our fight.
All right, so there's a lot there. Just personal take, walking through that. The security cameras on its face, I wouldn't pay too much attention to that. And kind of starting with the ones where I would throw a little skepticism on. The radios, it's a hospital. There's going to be radios all over the place. There's nothing, exclusively tactical about the use of those radios. The laptop seemed like it could have just been any other laptop, but having pictures of some of the Israeli soldiers that were taken captive, that's, as he mentioned, rather incriminating. So it's going to be an interesting debate here, I'm sure, over the coming days. We still haven't seen any footage from underneath the hospital. Again, one of the major Israeli claims is not just that the Shifa hospital is being used for military purposes, which, one AK proves that point. It doesn't, there's no set quantity you need to get above. One AK proves the point that it was being used as a military facility. But the major claim was the infrastructure underneath, that it was housing a Hamas headquarters facility. So we've yet to see anything down there, at least as of the recording of this video. It was also interesting to see the bag concept kind of that Hamas is using there. Not crazy that they would want to be able to transport that stuff from one location to another inconspicuously, make it look like they're just carrying a bag into the hospital, maybe an overnight bag, something like that, when in reality it's boots, uniform, kit, grenades, a couple full mags, and an AK. Haven't seen a lot of that before. You tend to see those things kind of grouped together, like a bag of AKs, a bag of ammo, things like that. But again, just kind of an interesting observation that they've got those. He used the term go bag. I think that's relatively fitting, actually, right? Your terrorism go bag. Grab that thing. You got everything you need to go out there and wage jihad. So interesting video. I think it's a good move by Israel to put together uninterrupted, unedited clips to show what they're coming across. But even still, I think they're going to get a lot of pushback. I'm sure people are going to watch this video and say that every one of those weapons was staged and that everything was brought in by Israel. There's really there's no degree of proof, I'm sure, for some folks that they can show. But, the Hamas use of hospitals, mosques, and schools as military facilities for, at the very least, storing military equipment has been a thing for a long, long time. It's nothing new. So it's not surprising to see, at the very least, weapons and munitions being uncovered in Shifa. But that's all I got for now. Now, we made a little change to Substack earlier today. In addition to the weekly sit reps, it'll continue to go out. Started uploading YouTube videos, ad-free and sponsor-free, to Substack about an hour before they go up on YouTube. So if interested, check that out. Link is in the description below. But thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.